I still have the starting soon screen on my Twitch feed. You know, I have trust issues. It's fine. Anyway, hey everybody! Thanks for showing up in the stream early like that. And I mean, it's Sunday night. Let's do some Curse of Strahd. And we got some things to talk about first, though. First and foremost, not first and foremost, just first. They're all of equal importance. We have some sponsors links are down below. Both one is Found Familiar. You get that 10% discount using FeatherFall at checkout. They are purveyors of some gourmet coffee. They got a bunch of awesome mugs and other stuff in there. Just go check it out. Great supporters of the community here. Please check them out. And then we have Skull Splitter Dice down below as well. 10% off FeatherFall, code FeatherFall at checkout. Their Kickstarter is wrapping up today. So if you want to get in on that, go over there, do it now. Ray, we were talking about new dice. That might be it. I don't know.
I think I might need some.
Ray's been rolling poorly lately, if you don't know, but we're gonna get there. So their Kickstarter ends today, and all stretch goals are unlocked. They were adding new ones in because they're blowing it away. So go check them out. Stream schedule here for FeatherFall. We have a one shot tomorrow with DM Jen. I believe they are going through the Arcane Empire, another one shot through her homebrew setting. We currently have a game with an opening in our Discord on May 11th. That will be DM'd by Matt from Impact RPG. He's taking the players through Barovia, which is where we are tonight, too. So that'll be kind of cool. If you want in on that, get down in the Discord down below, link down below. Tell us you want in those games. Ray, you got a game coming up here pretty soon on a Monday night community one shot.
I do indeed. The Dreaming River. That is 28th. I'm going to say
something
off
like
the top
that.
of my head. 27th of April.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you have one, Bob. I think you have one in between Jen and Ray there. We're doing a bunch of impromptu one shots in our Discord, just trying to fight this the antsiness from being quarantined. If again, another plug for our Discord, get down in there and see what's going on. We got running some kids on bikes, running some Star Wars, running some Monster Hearts. So we're kind of expanding outside of the D&D system, trying to try new things. And if you're into that, get in our Discord. The Gods We Know, Tuesday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Tuesday, March 31st. Gods We Know with Adam Islamis here, DM in that. And probably the coolest, I would say, the most important thing is yesterday. If you missed it, we did a 12-hour charity stream for direct relief, raising some money for fighting everything that's going on and getting money to those first responders, nurses, doctors, EMTs, anybody out there that's, they're not quarantined and they are hitting this thing head on. We did a charity fundraiser for them. We had a modest goal of $300 and the community totally blew us away and we raised over $1,000. It was so exciting to see and be a part of. I am so tired just from being so hyped all day, just seeing everybody come together and raise that money. And we truly appreciate everything that happened there. That link for the donation is still live for this entire week. So we'll be plugging it throughout the week. If you donate, let us know because we're not checking it as diligently as we were yesterday. But if you do, it is much appreciated if we don't give you that shout out. There we are for that. Okay, last bit. This is Curse of Strahd, Session 7, titled On the Road to Vallaki. We have a special sponsor for this playthrough of Curse of Strahd. Roll20 has sponsored this playthrough, this segment on FeatherFall Tabletop. They have tons of 2020 projects in the works, custom token makers, updates to their Fog of War, better streaming support. Close to 5 million people are using Roll20. You could too. So this is how we roll at roll20.net. Let's recap session 6 a little bit before we hop right in to 7 and get this train rolling. You guys made it to Barovia. You went to the tavern, Blood on the Vine. You had a drink. You pissed off the owner a little bit. The owners, mostly Bull, was doing that. Bull had a curse put upon him where now his breath perpetually stinks. You made friends and touched bases with the Koyanoviches, both Ismark and Ireena, and they have tasked you with some things that they need help with. First task being they need help burying their father in the local church and graveyard there. So you had an evening at their house, at the Koyanovich house. You got some much needed rest. Cass, you were able to get a long rest finally, getting rid of that exhaustion.
Yep.
Some cookies were shared, some stories, some information about the area was kind of given, and you had a somewhat safe night. There was one visitor during the night that you couldn't really get a clean eye on, but they didn't stay around for too long, and they booked it out of there. And we ended last session waking up in the morning and heading out the door. Cash, you created some ice bed for Father Koyanovich, the previous burgomaster of Barovia. He is now floating in this on his way to the church, which is to the north of the town. Did I miss anything? So we left off like you guys just stepped outside of the doors of the manor there. What do you guys want to do?
We were making our way, weren't we?
Yeah, we were heading to the graveyard.
I believe that was the plan.
Yeah, and that's straight north up the long road here, and then it kind of jogs to the left. That's going to bring you up to the church, which occupies a good bit of land up at the northern corner of this village of Barovia. Ismark kind of gets everybody out of the house, and he closes the door behind. We will head north through here and then make our way to the church. And he'll kind of weave his way back to the front of the group and start walking down that street.
Yes, please lead the way. We'll be right here.
I kind of need to stick close to the coffin to make sure that it doesn't, just slide off. So yeah, that's going to be my proximity.
Okay. Ismark is kind of staying like right in front of it, and it's going to float behind him, and then Ireena is onto one side, and she's got like a hand placed on top, just kind of like feeling like it needs to be steadied, and maybe just doesn't want to break that connection there, all knowing this is the last moment she's going to have with her father. She's just really tied right to it. I imagine you're on the other side of it, if you'd like to be. As you guys approach the corner intersection, that big opening, you see a man on the front porch cleaning off some markings on his store sign, Bill Drath's Mercantile. He is on a step stool, and he is scrubbing really hard, trying to get some of this paint off, and kind of cursing under his breath. Damn
Bull
kids!
Playing his lyre. I guess like it's some sort of funeral procession, and he'll look at that guy and kind of turn the other way.
Yeah, at this point he's about done, but you can tell he's just kind of shaking his arm out like it's taken some scrubbing, and just. And then next to him, holding the ladder that he's standing on, is this very tall male human, just very stocky and built, just holding on to it, kind of keeping him steady as he's scrubbing away. You guys head through. You get to where blood on the vine, or blood of the vine is there on the corner. You take the left, going up to the church. Anything else you want to do as you're strolling through town?
So, just stepping back a second, could I tell what was it like? Did you say it was like graffiti, or
you don't remember?
It's what Bull had used his disguise kit, makeup in his disguise kit to put Bull Avard.
Took lipstick and smeared it all.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't remember, and it is all come back to me now.
Yeah. So he was cleaning up that mess and cursing at the under his breath.
This is like a supply shop, right?
Yeah, a little like a five and dime. It's got a little bit of mercantile shop.
I see what you did there.
Strum a couple of chords on the lute to make his presence known. It's like, I could help y'all clean that off if you give me and my friends a discount on some of your wares. I can do it pretty quickly. And he'll use prestidigitation to take off one letter.
Oh, that's funny. It's almost done.
Well, I mean, it saves you a little bit of time, but
Damn kids.
damn kids.
Feel free to finish, but I can't guarantee a discount.
Gang, what do we think? Are we?
We have already brought the body out of the house. We need to move it.
Yeah, of course. Well, yeah, you're right.
You're all right. So you guys move on. He finishes up. You kind of helped him with one of the letters there, and he's done. Gets down off his ladder, starts to take it back inside. They head inside, close the door, open up the blinds. So you move up past Blood on the Vine. As you get to this next intersection, right here, far to the right, all the way down at the corner of that street, over there, you see a little cart being pushed by kind of a hunched figure, and you can hear the wheels just kind of like they're not very well greased, so they are making some squeaking sounds going across the damp cobblestones that kind of caked in mud, and you just hear the squeaking of them as it's pushing. And she goes up to one of the houses there, knocks on the door, and asks, mincemeat pies for sale. She knocks twice and then moves on to the next house. Pies, anybody? Pies? And she continues on. And then as you're approaching and you see the church now in sight, it kind of elevates, the ground kind of swells up into a hill, and it is on top of that hill. And this is the first time as you break through the village itself and you're at the precipice of this church, that high up on the hill behind the church, you can see a castle, a huge manor that sits way up high in the distance, but it's so big that you can see it pretty clear from where you are at. It's almost like the fog has parted enough for that to be very visual. And then as your eyes come back down, you see the church in front of you. It's gray facade, sagging stone and wood. Everything is just like falling in on itself. It's obviously been weathered. Assaults of evil for centuries had just been pelting this thing with everything coming at it. There's a bell tower towards the back. A flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against the load of what roof remains, and it's just kind of bowing in. And that is the church. Two heavy wooden doors are covered in the same claw marks that were outside of the Burgermeister's manor. Ismark says,
we're taking it around the back.
Well, we should go inside and meet with Donovich, the priest, and let him know we are here. He will guide us to where the family plot is in the back.
And I'm gonna ask Ismark, so what's the deal with those mincemeat pies? I mean, now is not the time, clearly.
Seconded.
It's directly after this. I feel like we should get something to eat.
If you are truly hungry, that is an option. But yeah, I've heard that. I have never tried them, but I've heard weird things coming from them.
You've heard things coming from the pies?
Well, not from the pies, but from the people who eat them. It is not... I would much rather get my food from the tavern.
But
I have never tried them.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of lean into Bull so Ismark can't hear me and just say, I got a plan.
Yeah, I think you and I should check out this pie situation.
I mean, we'd buy some and then we could...
Pie some.
That's fair. That's fair. I like that.
Well, are we going in?
You lead the way?
You lead the way.
All right. So brought you to the map of the church.
Ooh, new map.
New map.
Switch over and Twitch. New map.
Twitch switch. So big double wooden doors that bear the same claw marks that were all around the outside of the Koyanovich manor. You guys going in, I imagine?
Yeah, I mean, if Ismark is heading in, I'll follow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm right behind Ireena, so wherever she goes, I'm watching her.
He comes in and he does kind of like push it open and then stands and holds the door open as you guys are coming in and allowing for the procession to continue through.
Are we bringing the body in, or are you letting it hang out here on ice?
I think we should bring it in. Donovich might have some things to say. Words.
Cool.
Probably the best call. He will know better what to do. So as these doors open, you see a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to the brightly lit chapel. There are candles lit all around, oil lamps all around. The hall itself is unlit and reeks of mildew. There are 4 doors, 2 to each side of the hall, lead to other chambers. You can see like into the chapel that it's just strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from the back of this chapel reciting a prayer. And as you guys all step into this hall, you hear an inhuman scream come up from beneath the floorboards here in the wooden from these wooden floors. It's just a scream itself. And then you hear, Father, I smell the blood. Father, I'm so hungry. Father!
Avi, you want to go check out this pie situation? I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna look at what Ismark's doing and what his face.
He's kind of paused in his steps. I've only heard rumors. I believe that is Doru. He's obviously in the basement.
I mean, is that where he lives?
Father, I'm starving, Father!
I'm gonna run back and grab a pie real quick. No,
is that serious?
No. He's hungry. I'm giving him a pie.
And Donovich kind of hears now, after like he's heard this voice from underneath kind of pipe up even louder. He stands up from behind the pulpit that is towards the back of that chapel. Ismark, what are you doing here? And he's going to come up and walk closer to you guys. Oh, I guess I missed Mark. Holy shit.
You're talking to yourself, dude. Hey, this is our first. It's our first time on Twitch.
I'm waiting.
Holy cow, man!
Anytime, DM.
Come on, Ismark, speak up.
Oh my
What
God.
are we doing here?
Oh.
Dramatic pause.
I mean, to be honest, I was like, I need to find Ismark's token, and then I'll give them some time to play.
Bull nudge Ismark. Hey, I think he's talking to you.
Father Donovich, I'm sorry to intrude, but we have finally been able to bring Father for a proper burial. Bring him in. Bring him in, and you have people with you. Who are all these people? These are. They have agreed. They are travelers from outside of Barovia, and they have agreed to help. And he kind of like shows you off.
I'm just gonna politely, hello.
Hello. Let's bring this inside here, and we'll get him next to the altar. And Ismark will turn to Cass. That's Cass. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and slowly just kind of pull it forwards.
Okay. As you start to exit this this hallway, this entryway, those screams again get louder. Father, I am hungry. Father, feed me. I smell their blood. I smell it. Father.
I'm gonna stay out here.
You see Donovich like immediately put his eyes towards the Burgermeister's body, and he is like going into his ritual things, kind of straightening out the body, kind of cleaning him up, and doing his holy prayers over it, getting it prepared for this this funeral. Obviously, very obvious, ignoring the sounds that are coming from below.
Obvious is obvious.
Cass. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't even know. I don't know. I want to check it out.
Cass, you want to give this person some of your blood? You seem to like that yourself.
Cass is going to ignore that comment. He is, however, going to go ahead and take a look around and see whether he can find anything particularly related to fiends or undead. Try and use my blood hunter skills to get a read on this.
Yeah, you're getting a ping. Is this just something naturally that you have? Like,
I need evidence, so like a blood trail or scratches or something like that. But basically, when it's a check, so like a survival check to track it or understand, I get advantage.
I don't think we need a roll for this, but out of this bottom right room, you're getting some traces. Bottom right and left, I would say. You're getting kind of some pings.
Of fiends?
Ping, like radar.
Whatever's downstairs, it's not friendly.
And does it matter if it like fiend, demon, undead? Can you tell the difference?
As a blood hunter, yes.
Okay, yeah, undead.
Cool. So it's Fey, Fiend, and Undead, yeah.
Okay, yeah, specifically undead. Father Donovich is still going around, continuing to prep the body. It is probably best that we have the service right now. We get him buried before nightfall. Early morning is better. Oh, sorry, that's Ismark's voice, shuffling between NPCs here. It's better that we get him buried before nightfall.
You know, that sounds like a good idea to me. We should just...
Then we can get some mincemeat pies.
Cass is gonna kind of step forwards and just go, so, you're not just gonna throw the body downstairs? That's not the plan here. Come on.
Yes, I am quite concerned as to why this body has been dead for a couple of days and you have not notified the priest to prepare the crypt. It's a little unusual, don't you think?
Who is this directed to?
Well, Ismark and the priest.
Well, like I said last night, we needed help, and I was not ready to have my sister leave the house by herself, or even just with me, especially if we were bringing Father all the way here. It was not until you all came that we were able to get everybody.
You could have at least told the priest, had them prepare the crypt, and then when you could transport the body, you transport the body.
That in a perfect world, that is the order of operations. But again, this is Barovia, and it is not perfect in any way.
Show the workmanship here is all I see. I'm gonna just step out my warhammer and just like put the butt of it against the floor and just like wait.
Okay.
Not wrong.
Ismark does take a step away, just kind of social distancing himself. Sorry. Topical. It's on the brain. Sorry. Oh well. I mean, no matter the expediency of bringing him here, we got him now, and we can get him in the proper place. And that will be out back at the plot of land for the Koyanovich.
And so is the map correct that like all the pews and everything are just busted?
Yeah, everything's busted up. And I will say, as this whole conversation is going on, there are intermittent cries coming from the underneath.
Is it like right at the door, or is it through another door? So if I could like put my ear up to it and roll perception or something.
Yeah, there are floorboards that have visual like spaces in between them, and it's just kind of coming from everywhere underneath. So like really wherever you guys are concentrated at is where that sound is coming up.
So what's below us?
Oh, that's the church basement.
But you hear it.
What's in the basement?
Yeah, you hear the screams, right?
Surely I do. I mean, that's my son, Doru. I mean, what's the number? What do we want to do first? Do we want to put the Burgermeister to rest, or do we want to talk about my son?
A little bit of A and B. Why don't we put him to rest while we talk?
Well, I think that's a disservice to the funeral rite, and attention should be paid.
Well, Bull will go out and dig. I assume that it's not ready, right? And then we can all stay here and chat, right?
Oh. All right. I assume you, Ismark, you are in charge of the digging of the holes. Yes, that is why we are all here. Well, the body is ready, and if we can bow our heads in prayer. And he kind of stands at the head of the Burgermeister, and he's got his head nod in prayer. Dear Morning Lord, send Burgermeister Koyanovich to a place of rest and relaxation, and away from the devil that has cursed this land. And Morning Lord, again, we pray that his travel to the next life is safe and at that point you hear the screaming from underneath is really interrupting, like, Father, the blood, I need the blood, it is calling. And with that we can take him to the back, and he starts to like usher everybody down the hallway, out the front, and then around. There is no back door to the church.
Cass's movements are very rigid right now, and his weapon is clutched onto his trident, ready to go.
Well, I was going to say, as we walk by, I kind of want to test this door handle.
Okay. Which one specifically?
The one to the right.
Yeah, it's open. I mean, it's unlocked.
Yeah, so I'll kind of just peek it a little bit. Not a lot. Quick enough to...
Yeah, so you peek in there. This room is water damaged. That's where the mildew smell is coming from. Fucking Kane.
Okay, I just saw it.
Bull has cast Unseen Servant.
Oh,
my cocaine. So in this room, there's a lot of what would be sunlight. I mean, again, this mist is just kind of, this fog covers the sun, but it is getting some that's spilling in. Most of the holes in the rafters are in this room, waterlogged. This is where the mildew comes from. And you see in the corner, you see a wooden hatch that has been chained and locked shut.
And I'll just keep. I just wanted to like slowly, low key open and close and move on out with everybody else.
Okay. I grabbed you. Tack. Sorry there. But you're just close. So I assume everybody else is coming out. You peek your head in there. You see that. Go around to the back of the church, up into the graveyard that is up there. He takes you to the top right corner of this, and there are other not Ismarks, but Koyanoviches that are laid out through there. Their headstones are there, and there is an empty spot for him. Donovich, Priest Donovich goes, well, this is the spot, and I assume you brought, if you didn't bring shovels, we have some in the shed over there. Again, I you're doing the digging, correct? And Ismark chimes in and says, yes, that is. We will make sure that he is rightfully placed. Well, my work is done, I think. And he's gonna start to walk out, and he goes back into the church.
I'm gonna pull Myrna to the side real quick and just kind of look. I'm telling you now. When this is done, I'm going inside and I'm killing that thing. Whatever is down there.
Not if I get to it first. And I'm gonna, like, bare my teeth. Not really a smile, just...
There's a moment of kind of... Cass kind of turns and locks eyes. Just kind of nods. And goes ahead to grab a shovel.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm not gonna grab a shovel.
Okay.
Kane would... Bull would have already told Kane to, like, start grabbing shovels and start digging. So, I guess, I don't know if Ireena and Ismark would be a little creeped out by seeing floating shovels, but it is what it is.
I would say Ireena definitely went to the shed and grabbed a shovel and came back and starts to break that ground. She's been pretty stoic and quiet this whole time. Yeah, so she's helping. You make quick work of the digging of the hole. Cass, can you hover that thing in, and the hole is ready.
Okay, I'll go ahead and use the liquid to slowly kind of pull and lower it down. I've got enough to probably slowly.
Okay. And as it kind of finally rests in its new spot, Ismark comes over to you and puts his hand on your shoulder. I appreciate you making that trip a whole lot easier for us. It will not go unnoticed. And then Ireena, at that point, Ireena starts to fill the hole back in.
We'll look to the siblings, like, pull out the skull that I had in my bag and like, do y'all mind if I, chuck this in here with your father? I think they might like a proper burial as well.
Ireena does chime in here. And, actually, I do mind.
All right. I mean,
somewhere else.
Okay. Put it back in his pack.
I can't believe you just asked that. I mean, I can believe you just asked that, but I also can't believe you just asked that.
It's totally on character. So after about 15-20 minutes post the hole being dug, you're able to get it filled back in, and it probably took 30-35 to get it dug with everybody helping out. But it is filled. Okay, Ismark comes in. Are we ready to head to Vallaki now?
What is Vallaki, perchance?
That's the town that he wants to deliver Ireena
to escape out of. That's right.
It is out of the Devil Strahd's kind of purview, and he feels that she would be more heavily fortified at Vallaki.
Well, I wanted to get some pies before we left. So,
Yes.
could you give us 30 minutes?
The longer Ireena is out in sight, the more danger she is in.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. Just 30 minutes. Keep her here in the church, yeah?
I will stay by Ireena's side. I will wait.
Okay. Ismark and Ireena will head back into the church.
Yeah.
Circumstances have changed. I've got business to attend to.
Now, what does that mean?
He would enjoy some pies. Let's go get pies.
There's a monster in the basement. It would be against everything I stand for to let it live.
Yeah, but didn't Ireena get bit by a vampire? And if you go kill one, I don't know if that's gonna exactly inspire trust.
It's too animalistic to be too far down. I reckon it's still within acceptable parameters to get rid of.
Sorry about that. I was going to say, we can't just mind our business. This is absolutely none of our business. None.
Unless you want pies.
I don't want pie.
Yeah, I'm on the pie train. Let's ignore what's happening and just get some food, get over to Viscani or wherever, and wipe our hands of this whole thing.
Totally right. It is none of your business, but it is my business. The entire reason I took this pact was, well, other reasons, but part of it does involve a duty.
You ever killed a vampire before? I'm just curious.
Have you ever had mincemeat pie before?
I'm a pescatarian. So
I'm not eating meat from this town. You seen any cows around here? Did we catch any cattle on the way in?
I'm gonna look around.
Seen a chicken around here?
Oh, there's a bunch of wolves around. Maybe it's wolf meat.
You see anyone capable of killing wolves around here?
What's in the basement?
What's in the basement is none of my business.
It could kill a wolf, so I'm just saying maybe they hunt with what's in the basement and make. But
I'm not eating that pie regardless.
And I'll turn to Cass and say, if we get pies, I'll help you.
There is the. It's like that fake eye roll. It's like, oh yeah, gosh, jeez. In reality, there's a little bit of okay there.
You want pies, exactly.
As he just, Cass just kind of grabs his trident and begins walking towards to go back inside.
Now, what if this mincemeat pie is actually the cure for vampirism?
I'm gonna pull Irene and Ismark aside at this juncture. And for Irene's safety, she should not be in that building.
You're speaking of the church?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it is of. I agree 100%. I think we need to leave town and head to Vallaki like was promised.
I agree. That was the job. But if they're gonna go in there and play in the basement, your sister shouldn't be in the building.
Well, perhaps we can hear what Father Donovich has to say about what is actually down there, and that might change minds. But whatever it is, it should be quick.
Distract Father Donovich and it will be quick.
I have no idea what is down there. He said it was his son Doru, but as far as I know, he has been missing for years.
And the Doru, reckless blood, the last time that you saw him? I think not.
Last time I saw him, he did not sound like that. No.
Then I think you have your answer.
mean, if he is in fact a vampire and he is locked up in the basement, that is probably the best place for him.
Quite the contrary. Best place for him is dead, I would imagine.
Ismark pauses. If we get Ireena to Vallaki, that is all I care about. If you have to go on some crusade, and if that is one of the stops along the way to getting her to Vallaki, then that is fine. She has to make it there. And if anything detracts, and it gets out of hand, I guess I will have to take her myself.
Oh, we got you covered. But all right. Well, can we just do like a show of hands? Are we going downstairs? Or are we ignoring this thing?
Yes, with pies.
Well,
I'm
really
gone.
Yes,
I'm
no.
really gone.
Alright. Cass, are you heading in there?
Oh yeah, you guys are having this conversation. Literally, as soon as my eyes rolled, I was walking.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, I'm with you. I'll follow you. Tack says.
I'm gonna say on brand. I'm gonna say, Tack, are you staying next to Ireena and
Yes,
Ismark?
and I'm even gonna go so far as to like grab both of them by their arms and do the
Ismark will try to pull away. I can take care of myself, but please keep her close.
If she's your first priority, you should also be out here so that you can maintain keeping her your first priority.
I am not going down there, and I am staying next to her. I just need to be free to move.
Tak, perhaps she should be in the building. There is only one exit and entrance. And if she is out here, there are plenty of places for things to come and get her. Don't you agree?
I know there's a monster in the basement. I ain't seen nothing too crazy out here yet. So when it comes to her safety, carrying her to where I know something's gonna try and kill her, I think I'll take my chances with the daylight, as much of it as we got out here.
The closer she is to danger, the farther she is from harm.
Y'all are going to fight maybe a vampire.
There is no fighting, there is just killing.
You're going to kill something in a basement. Good luck. I'm waiting out here with her.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll stay out here and help guard Ireena, and I'll do disguise self to look like her as well. Cause Tack, you are changed into her. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple pies while I'm out here. I'm assuming, is that cart close by? Look around.
As you kind of take some steps closer to the street, you see that cart has disappeared around the corner, so it's not in eye shot.
God damn it.
Send Kane.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Cade like a couple of silver pieces and be like, just go get some pies and report back.
Is there what's the distance on Unseen Servant?
I think there is a range, goddammit.
I mean, I'm not doubting he would go. I just think he would go to the engine and then fade away, drop the coin.
Yeah, it's 60 feet away, but we'll just say, like, Bull isn't really thinking about the range on it, and he's just, like, gives him a couple silver. He's like, yeah, go get some pies and bring them back.
Yeah,
we'll hang out here.
He starts walking. As soon as he gets to 60 feet, he just disappears. The coins clank onto the ground. Cass, what are you doing?
I'm gonna walk straight inside. Is the priest still?
Father Donovich is back behind that altar in the northern part of the church.
Cool. Straight through the middle. Straight up through the middle. Wooden trident out. Priest, tell me as much about you can as the monster before I kill it.
Well, it wasn't always. Sorry, why did I choose this voice? He wasn't always a monster. He was my son, Doru. And I mean, do you want the long story or the short one?
The short. We have someone to be.
He has been sent here to torment me from Strahd. But I don't have it in me to dispose of him. Hey, real quick, PJ Shamrock, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. But I can't do anything. Best I could do was lock him down there.
Out of curiosity, are there basins in this church?
No, it's pretty... It seems like it's been ransacked almost. All the pews are torn up like there was something going on here. And then all the other accoutrements that would fill out a church are missing. There is a rope in the back that does go up to the bell tower. Forgot to mention earlier. There's a couple chalices on this altar that is up front. You do see on each side of that, I can't remember what the technical term is, but the alcove up front, on each side of it is a big sunburst symbol. Okay. That I don't know that you would. It's obviously religious in nature, but I don't know that you would know.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the altar. Storm up to the altar would be more apt. Pick up one of the chalices and turn to the priest. I'm going to fill this with some water. Can you bless it?
Well, I think the Morning Lord has been gone for quite some time. I don't know that I have that power.
No, I'm going to slam it on the altar, take out one of my water skins, pour some water in the chalice, and can I try and bless this thing?
Yeah, go for it. Give...
Nom de Padre, de Espiritu.
Normal circumstances, I think it would just happen, but give me a religion roll while we are in a different plane of existence.
17.
Ooh.
17. Yeah, you go through and you feel that warmth that comes to you when you are praying and you are going through these incantations and prayers. You feel it come through and you feel like it has been... The water has become holy.
Okay. All right. Gus, let's do this.
Yep.
Now.
Kind of just turns towards the priest and says, all right, no story. What are we expecting? And how volatile are we expecting?
I mean, and I should say that same screaming is happening, and it's almost every footstep that moves within the church, that scream follows your foot as it's going. Like there's somebody underneath mirroring your footsteps, whoever moves. Well, obviously he's rather hungry. I can't say I've been down there in 6 or 7 months, so I don't know what you're gonna see.
6 or 7 months? What do you feed it?
I don't. Like I said, it was about a year ago. He went on some crusade with some mad mage that showed up in town to take out Strahd, and they all died, including him, and he was sent back here to torment me.
So instead of putting him out of his misery, you let him sit in his basement. Such a good father. Let's go. And I'm going to start walking.
He definitely hangs his head in shame. Okay.
Yeah, Cass is right up there.
All right, so it's that front corner room that has the panel that is locked.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right behind Cass.
Tack, you're staying out with the Koyanoviches?
Yes.
Bull?
Yeah, I'm hanging out right next to him. If there's like a fence or something, I'm leaning against that.
Okay.
Looking all cool like.
Like, Tack, what was like your favorite day growing up as a child?
My favorite day?
Sign. The day I could sign all day.
Like day of the week, or
No, just like a story from your childhood. I don't. I'm a collector of stories. I just want to, I mean, we're just sitting out here. I figured we might as well chit chat.
I suppose was probably the day my father passed on Willem to me, but Willem's dead now, so it's kind of a loss for both of us, I suppose.
Oh, a little bittersweet. What is a Willem?
Very briefly, my form will change to be that of a heavy-set dwarf. This is Willem. And then I will turn back into Ireena. That was Willem.
You are just a pack of mysteries, Tack.
Maybe.
Now, was this like a servant, like a Kane? Where did he go? Or was this like a lifelong friendship, or a pet?
No, it was Willem. My father was Willem, and then I became Willem. But now, due to some unforeseen circumstances, Willem can no longer be around, as it were.
Oh. Okay. Like he understands, but he doesn't really.
Sometimes our families pass personas around.
Oh, that's cool. It doesn't kind of like I pass around stories with my family members and ex and
Right, or similarly, someone taking on their father or mother's trade, the family business, as it were, which Willem was the family business, and I got him killed. So, there's that.
damn. Well, sorry to bring up a sore subject, I guess. I'm just kind of.
It's all right.
He'll pull out his notebook and start like doing a sketch of Willem from memory if he can.
Okay. Yeah, Ismark and Ireena are just kind of listening, and it's not often that they get visitors, so they're kind of enthralled by the story and the changing of shapes in Tack in there. Ireena more so is into it. Ismark is constantly like eyes on the horizon, just looking around, trying to mitigate anything that happens. All right, so we got Avi, we got Cass, and we got Myrna coming into that room. There is a chain over this door that goes down into the front. It is locked. How would you like to approach?
Oh man, I was kind of just enjoying the story. It's locked.
I was gonna say, if this room is waterlogged, is that wood pretty?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's got some damage to it.
Yeah, strength right through it as best as
give me whoever's doing it, give me a strength check.
Probably cast.
I'd give.
No, it would be me. I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead set.
I'll give advantage just because we're all there, kind of the same goal in mind. Go ahead.
Hey, Pigtails hasn't helped. That is a 12.
Okay, that's what you needed. 12, you're able to kind of get your trident underneath there and get everything into it. Avi comes behind and kind of gives you a push. You snap up that clasp that was screwed into or nailed into the side, and it comes flying up. The door pops up a little bit, like it was almost swelled.
And I'm gonna.
And then with the release of the chain, it pops up, and out comes like musty dirt air.
I was gonna say I kind of want to hold an action to see if this thing comes up.
Okay.
So if something pops out, I want to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay. As this pops up, nothing. You hear the screams have stopped underneath.
I'm gonna cast Produce Flame.
Okay.
And jump down in the hole.
Okay. Just off to the right is the basement there. You can move your tokens over if you'd like.
You're going first. Hold on a second. Right, no, Cass is like right freaking after you. Like, what the hell, man?
Just because I have the flame out. Because you don't have dark vision, do you?
No, I don't. And I'm not salty about it, I promise. I'm not irritated.
Yeah, it is dark under here, except for those slits in the floorboards from above, and all the oil lamps that are burning it upstairs are like putting down these rays of light. So you can see in here. Your torch definitely helps.
I'm going to let Cass settle in front of me, and I'm going to just put my hand on his shoulder as we walk forward.
Okay.
Yeah,
and as you start to come down the steps.
Oh my god.
The church's undercroft has a rough hewn walls, a floor made of damp clay and earth, so it is definitely not like pristine. Rotting wooden pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling, the upper floor. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse a gaunt shape in the far corner. And it is this one person here in this corner, just kind of like leaned up against it, kind of breathing heavily. I can almost taste it.
Before we get too close, I'm going to kind of stick my arm out to stop people from walking and just turn and go, look, this whole thing is what this enchantment on me was. Yeah, so stay behind me. If anything goes sideways, you get out.
I can smell it.
I'm gonna say no. I'm here with you.
He's kind of just pacing around this back wall. He'll go around a pillar or two, and then I can smell it. Just kind of.
No piss takes this time, Avi. I'm being 100% serious. Things go sideways, you run.
Let me out. Let me out.
I'm not here to play a game. Take it down quickly.
I'm gonna go ahead and step forward.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Have I got a decent look?
Yeah, every time he comes around this pole, one of those rays of light comes down, and he kind of, and he comes around it. But you can get a look into his face, very gaunt, very like stickly, pale, just thin skeleton of a man.
Okay.
Let me out. And he'll kind of come up this way just a little bit, but then quickly go back.
And they
getting a little more brave.
He hasn't noticed. Like, does he see us?
Yeah, no, he's talking at you.
Okay.
It changed from I can smell your blood to now like, let me out. And that changed kind of when 3 people showed up on the steps. Like when it was the first, it was more like, blood. But then as more people showed up, it was like, let me out.
Let's go.
I'm gonna try and clear a little bit of space ahead, just so these guys can hang back just a little bit. I kind of turn. I want to turn to him, grab my trident, and go, "Hey, you want blood? Get some."
And he'll come out to here, but then he he then sees the other two, Ireena on the steps, and then Avi flanking you. Tell them to leave.
If he comes any closer, I'm going to Scorching Ray. Any step past there.
Leave.
I'm going to continue to make my frozen light.
He hasn't crossed that point yet, but he like take his hands from his side and around his waist, and he'll point at the two, Avi and Ireena. Tell them to leave. I want your blood.
Sorry, you need to be put down.
No.
I'm going to take a step forward.
And he'll back up again. Tell them to leave, and it'll be you and me.
Another step forward.
And he'll kind of get to this back wall.
Yeah, I'll continue to move and just attempt to corner him.
Okay.
Question.
Yep.
These poles, are they floor to ceiling?
Yeah, they are the support, and each one connects up into a bigger beam that is supporting the floor
railway
above.
Down the stairs that I'm around, it doesn't block my view, right?
No, it's just like spindles.
Okay. At this point, I've gotten a little frustrated with how much dancing this thing is doing. I would like to cast Sacred Flame.
All right, go ahead.
Target has to succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d8 radiant damage, and they gain no benefit from cover.
All right, that's a 14 total.
Damn. Okay. Well, was worth a shot.
Anybody else want to do anything? I think otherwise we'll go into an initiative.
I was going to say, I'll kind of look at Cass, because this is his fight more than mine.
Oh, I'm literally going to... Yeah, I'm still moving to corner this thing, so...
Yeah, I'm not going to fire until Cass hits.
All right. As Ireena goes through her Sacred Flame, he's going to crawl up the wall and start moving along the ceiling of this, and he's going to make it for that. That was his break. So he's crawling up, and he is now on the ceiling, looking down at you, and he is going to run 30 feet.
Oh yeah, no, I'm casting Scorching Ray then.
So he gets to about there. Go ahead and cast Scorching Ray.
14. 9.
To hit?
Yeah, 9 and
14.
15.
14 does not.
15.
15 hits.
Okay. 2d6. Is that right? Oh, that is right. Jeez. A 1 and a 2. 3 points of fire damage.
Woo! Okay.
It must be this cloak.
And he's continuing to move. Cass, do you want to do anything in this free round, and then we'll go into initiative?
I've not got a lot that I can do. That's my current concern. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow him and attempt to kind of, if it's high enough, just stab upwards.
Yeah, you can. It's like 10-foot tall ceilings. So with the reach of your trident and your height, you can.
Cool. That's my point.
Go and give me a stab check, and then.
Come on, pigtail power. Pigtail power.
Pigtail power. And then if we can have everybody roll initiative.
Pigtail power! Natural 20!
Yeah!
Nice!
Yeah, so roll those dice and double them, or you can roll 2. It's up to you. Did we lose Cass?
He's rolling damage.
I'm rolling.
Okay.
Just because otherwise it's going to be like super echoey. That is 8 points of piercing and 4 points of cold.
Is your trident magical? It's not considered a magical attack?
The weapon isn't, but the right is.
So is it 8 piercing and then 4 cold?
8 piercing and 4 cold, yeah.
Okay. 2. What's going on here? There we go. All right. So he kind of, you could tell he wanted to release and come down and jump on you, but he's still clinging to the top. So if I can get Avi and...
I rolled a 17.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want me to add you manually?
Oh, yeah. All right.
Click.
Bull's in there just in case.
I expect.
Gonna do a
Said
pie
everyone.
check. Get.
So we'll skip Bull. There's no like ruckus that would be totally bleeding its way out into the outside, so you don't really hear anything. That all is as usual. Avi, that brings us to you.
I'm gonna dash this way, not to block Ireena, but to get closer to the stairs, and then the flame that I produced, I'm gonna hurl it at him.
Okay.
So, that's a natural 20 plus 4, 24, which is a 1.
Hits.
Is that just double 1d8?
Or you could roll.
Yeah.
2d8. That's
Ooh,
what you-
that's an 8. I'll roll it again, and a 6. Yeah, baby.
and was that fire damage?
Yeah. And
So
then
an
the
8 and a
flame
6,
does
that's 14.
extinguish because I don't longer have produce flame up.
Okay. All right. And he gets pelted again, and you can see his nails just dig into the rafters that are up there. Ah! Let me out! Let me out! Ah! And that gives us to Ireena.
Okay, I'm going to shift up a little bit farther up the stairs to hopefully block the exit. And I'd like to use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Just do quick, so we'll make it like a big ass spectral greatsword, I guess.
Okay.
And I can make a melee spell within 5 feet of the weapon. So I'm gonna make it like just on the other side of cast there.
Okay.
It's just a d20, right? Do I have to actually look up a greatsword's attack for
Is
the
it
damage?
in-
Oh no, it's a d. Never mind. Damage
Yeah, I
is
think
d8.
it's in the spell. Yeah.
All right. So that is going to be a 16.
All right. Where did you say you want this?
Oh, like right on the, like have it hover like right on the other side of Doru, so opposite of cast. Sorry, I probably should have pinged.
That's
The
fine. I got
thing.
you. I got you
Yeah.
right there. That square will be your spiritual weapon. Yeah. So did you make an attack roll?
I did 16.
That hits.
Yes. All right. Get out my D8. What D8 plus spellcasting modifier? Yay! All right, so it's going to be 12 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
I'm sorry. Say that one more time. I was distracted.
12 points of damage.
And this would be magical
Yeah.
Yeah.
in nature. Yes. Okay.
Which I have a feeling is bad.
I think it's good, and I think the other way it's bad.
Oh, okay, good. And then because I think that you'll have to forgive me, y'all.
That's okay.
First time playing a cleric. Cast the spell, you can make the melee spell attack against the creature. So does that mean I still get my action?
Yeah, I think the spell is a bonus action.
Spell
You
is
get to
bonus
make an attack with it, and then you still get your action.
Okay, cool. Then I would also like to cast Bane on it.
Ooh.
So
Is that
has
a?
to-
Can't
That's
help
a
me out with
charisma
the.
It's a
saving
level
throw.
spell, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, she
So those
can't
are-
cast spells other than cantrips. In
Yeah,
the same
so-
round that you cast a bonus.
Oh, all right. Well, it's okay. I can try and cast Sacred Flame again. I'm
So
okay
yeah, it
with
would
that.
need to be a cantrip. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
thank you. I appreciate it.
Go ahead. Make it's a dex save on my part.
Yeah, dex save on your part.
That's a 6, natural 6, for a total of 9.
Yes,
Only
fails.
for
All right,
9.
so that's 1d8 radiant damage, and that's another 8.
Ooh,
So Ireena just got 20 points of damage. on
nice.
this.
Yeah. He's
SOB.
Again, digging in. Gas, your turn. And of course, he's at the bottom of the order.
Dab. Because of course I am. Because, yeah. It's okay. The curse is slowly being lifted. That is a unnatural 20 this time.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
That is 9 piercing and another 4 cold.
That's a negative, Billy. 9 piercing, 4 cold. Math is hard. Okay, there we are. Anything else, Cass?
One of the wonderful things about blood hunters is that they don't really get bonus actions. So
Doesn't sound so wonderful.
Does not.
no, the bonus action is literally the whole Crimson Right thing. So it's like, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He is going to, after taking this brunt of damage just being hurled at him, he's going to release and fall down on top of you, Cass. And he's going to try to hit you, claw attack, as he's like falling down. He's going to try to get you there. Fart. That's an 8.
Yeah, no. Don't even hit me naked.
Cash, your bad rolls are now have made it this way. That's a 10.
No.
But he is now like engaged with you there on the ground.
Pigtail power, yeah.
Bull, nothing going on there. Avi.
Can Bull ask Tack a question?
Yeah, go ahead. 6 seconds.
Hey, Tack, do you think animated armors have sex with each other when people aren't around? And make like little, I don't know, like mug babies or something?
Well, I doubt they're capable of reproducing. I suppose whether or not animated armors are intimate with each other would depend entirely on what's animating them.
Sex magic.
Wow.
Ireena's gonna turn to you. What is wrong with you? Ismark, these are the people you have entrusted my life. And then we'll go to Avi downstairs.
I can't follow that up. I'm just gonna cast.
Take a
I'm gonna cast Burning Hands. So 15-foot cone must make a dex saving throw.
Alright, yeah. And,
perfectly,
Cass
so Cass doesn't get hit.
what kind of saving throw?
Dexterity, please.
I'm switching up dice. That's going to be a 10.
Does not. 3d6.
I'm switching up more dice.
It's a 3. It's a 1. And a 5. So 9 fire damage.
9 fire damage. Okay. Anything else?
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to come to... Can I occupy the same space as the spiritual weapon?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, if we can look that up, and yeah, we'll figure that out.
And I'm trying to give Cass advantage for flanking.
I mean, there's nothing in the spell itself that says you can't, and the idea that it's floating and it's a spectral weapon.
If it hits me in the head, if it hits me in the head,
I'll allow it to hit you in the head. So as you kind of enter that space, Doru kind of spreads out his arms and he's like clawing at the air at both Cass and Avi at this point, not making an attack, just kind of acknowledged you in his area. Myrna.
All right, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to have the weapon attack again.
Okay. Definitely.
17.
That hits.
All right, and that's D8. So that's another 8 points of damage on the vampire.
Okay.
how much does this have?
It's a vampire. What do you think?
He's not
Is
looking
it?
good.
He hasn't had
And,
food or anything. Malnourished.
I'm gonna just cast Sacred Flame again because I'm still guarding the door. So another dex saving throw.
That's going to be a 16, finally.
Fudge. All right, never mind. I'm done.
All right, Cass.
Cool. Let's see if I can put this thing down.
End him. He is looking pretty bad.
That is a 17.
That hits.
Sweet.
Sweet.
For piercing, 2 cold.
4 piercing, 2 cold. Okay. As your trident comes into him, it stabs into him, and he tries to grab the handle of it, and he's like almost like pulling it closer into you, like trying to get himself closer. Not really pushing him into it, more pulling you, or at least trying to. And it is going to take a swipe attack at you, Cass. That's a natural 18.
That'll do.
All right, and give me a DC 13 athletics check.
Athletics. Okay, cool. I'm good at that.
Ah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay, that just
exactly.
You do take on the slash itself. You do take 8 points of slashing damage, and he's gonna try to hit you again. Oh, that's a 2. Not gonna do it. So he gets one in on you, and you kind of burns as it slices through you. And he pulls his hand back, and he kind of brings his hand into his mouth as he swipes with the other one, trying to get a second hit in there. Bull, you want to say anything?
Yeah. Hey, Tack. Have you ever, I guess, impersonated anybody and got like a bad, like some bad information from like a loved one or something that you just like, you felt like it's something you should have probably passed along, but like you had to get that information?
As a general rule, I do not impersonate other people that are living, generally. This Ireena situation is special.
Cool. That makes sense.
I was going to call you a liar. Avi.
Yeah, I mean, looking like he's hurting pretty bad. I'm just going to firebolt.
Okay, do it.
Oh, that's an attack. A 9.
Negative.
Does a 9 hit?
No, doesn't.
I'm just going to look sad again.
Okay. Myrna.
Alright, spiritual weapon's still up, so I'm going to have it take another swipe. That is a... Sorry, I can't even read my dice. 15.
That hits.
That's probably not going to go off. It hits?
No, it does, yeah.
Ooh!
It's AC, I'm pretty sure. Because I rolled a 14 and didn't hit.
Yep.
Oh. Another 12 points.
Ooh, yeah. How do you want to do that?
Ooh!
Great sword pulls back a little bit, gets out of Avi's space, comes down and swipes off the head. Because that's what you do with vampires, right? You gotta decapitate them.
And his back is turned to you, and he's like trying to swipe at Cass and like getting some of the blood off his fingers. And as this spectral sword just comes up behind it, and as his hand is in there, and it cuts through his neck and cuts off his hand that is up in his mouth, and both of those flop to the ground. His body just drops, and that's initiative.
I'm going to walk over to the body, and because I think I have a dagger. Do I have a dagger? I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've actually looked at my equipment. I do, kind of. I have a small knife. I'm going to cut off its ears and pour holy water down the throat.
Of the decapitated head?
No, down the esophagus of the body.
Okay, of the body. Okay, so cut off the ears, period, pour the holy water down into the body of it. Okay.
Which is such a big acid, so...
Gotcha. All right.
Make a big gaping hole in the chest, carve out the heart.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're able to cut off the ears easy enough. And as you kind of sit them upright to get the water poured down, it just starts like hydrogen peroxide looking, kind of sizzles a little bit, starts to like a cauterizing effect, almost acid eating away, just, and it doesn't eat away the body, but it definitely nullifies anything that is sitting in there.
Once I'm done with the heart, I'm going to look over at Cass. I told you I would get to it first.
Equal parts impressed and pissed. Cass is gonna kind of look at the body, look up at Myrna.
Covered in blood.
1-0. A nod, and then looks down towards the body to see if I can find anything specific.
You're looking for something specific on...
Yeah, so I'm looking for like some kind of like amulet or like anything in his pockets that's going to be, I don't know, something that's going to be like either to show the father that he's definitely gone apart from the body parts, and also as kind of like a memento for him to hold on to, kind of thing that's not ears.
He does not... He's really just wearing like rags. Tattered clothes that were once a little more formal, but he has nothing in his pockets, no trinkets, no anything on his body.
Do you think we should just bring it up there? Maybe the father wants to bury it?
That was going to be my next suggestion. I would agree with you, Avi.
I'll grab his feet.
Make sure that they burn it. Spread the ashes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab its
shoulders.
feet. Yep, okay.
Okay. Is anybody taking the head?
I mean, I'll grab it. I don't care.
Marin is just...
Okay. So you come up and bring this out, and Donovich was kind of like upstairs following mapping the battle and kind of standing over you, and he hears all the footsteps heading towards that trapdoor. Tell me you did it. No, that's not his voice. Oh, tell me you did it. You did what I couldn't do.
As I make it up the stairs and I see Cass through the top, I'm just going to drop the feet and go, it's done.
Oh, thank you. If you can bring him in here, and I'll do any preparations. Again, that was a task I could not do, and is much appreciated.
Yeah, I'll pick the feet back up, I guess. And we... Okay. Oh, I was going to say we lost Flesh, but he's back real quick.
Yeah, we're having camera troubles tonight. So I'm sorry you had to do that for me, but it's, again, much appreciated.
I don't know about these guys, but I certainly didn't do it for you. I did it for him.
Well... Either way, he's put to rest, and he's no longer being tormented, and I'm not going to be tormented, and maybe that we can get this church up and running again.
I'm going to put the head and the chalice back on the altar, and then I'm going to leave and go out with Tack and Bull with Ismark and Ireena.
Okay. Avi, Cass, anything else you want to do inside of there?
Any other surprises you have hiding in this church?
Oh, that's it. I mean, that was the one.
So, what's the deal with the pies out there?
Trust me, you don't want to. Stay away.
Makes me want them more.
Well, I think calling them dream pies is a misnomer.
Wait, that's what they're called? Is dream pies?
Well, that's what I've heard.
Sounds heavenly.
I've never had one.
That's fair. And I'm gonna just walk out.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until Avi is left.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Avi's out.
And smack him around the face as hard as I can. and just say,
Is this non-lethal damage?
non-lethal.
Or do you
Non-lethal.
Okay.
Definitely non-lethal.
Alright.
It's a slap, not a punch. I'm going to slap him around the face and just turn around, looking dead in the eye. Family is the most important thing in this world. Don't forget that.
I think you're right, and I wish there was a handbook on how to deal with this kind of stuff, because I sure as hell didn't know how.
With respect, and take the hard choices when you have to.
Well, when you're... I don't want to argue with you, and I guess I'll keep my mouth to myself, and I'll say thank you, and I will try to be a better man in the future.
I swivel, and as I'm leaving, I just say, for his sake, you better.
And as I approach the group, I'm going to tap Bull on the shoulder and say, "Hey, so the name of those pies are dream pies. Did you go get any?"
I'm actually Ireena.
Did you disguise self?
Oh yeah, I've been disguised self.
Oh, then yeah, I guess.
Fuck, I forgot. Sorry.
I guess I'll go out there and just say it to the group then, because I don't know which one's Bull.
Because there's 3 Irenas sitting out there.
Oh, I'm dead.
Well, if that's the case, he won't mess with him and be like, wait, dream pies? I think, dream pies? I think we gotta get our hands on some of these pies.
Yeah, so I just want to go run and track down the pie lady.
Okay. As Cass, did you leave the church?
I would have left a bit after, but yeah, like as soon as I said you bet for his sake you better, I was out.
Okay, he's gonna follow you out and he wants to make contact with Ismark. Again, I'll thank the group here for taking care of that. It was something I could not have done. Ismark, where are you going? Where are you going to take her? I suggest you go to... There was an abbey in
Downton.
the Abbey of St. Markovia in Krezik. That might be a place to take her if you want to keep her safe. And he's like, no, we are going to Vallaki. I believe that is out of reach of any of Strahd's minions and spies and Strahd himself. Well, I think Krezik's probably a better choice, but Vallaki would be number 2 if I had to pick. Again, thank you. And at that point, he'll turn around and head back inside. I'm going to pull us to the village of Barovia map, as we are on a search for some pies. So you are all up here in this area by the church. Last place you saw the cart was here, and it was making its way down this way.
I'm going to just come to this intersection.
Okay. Yeah, you see this.
Following.
Okay. Anybody else moving?
We're going to die, Bull.
Well,
I don't really want to get split up, but at the same time, their current antics are not for me. So
I'm staying with Ireena and Ismark, so
Okay.
and I almost called him Bismarck. Oh my god.
okay, I will stick with Myrna then in that case.
Bismarcky. They are moving through that path that you took in the morning, because the exit out of town is down this way. So they would go to that main intersection anyway. So they are slowly moving while Avi and Bull maybe have a little giddy up in their step.
And do we see, as we hit that intersection, do we see...
Yeah, you see her. She's this cart is right here. And it is kind of a cloaked woman pushing it's a glorified wheelbarrow. It's got 3 sides squared, pushing it through.
Wheelbarrow pies. Can't do anything better.
There is like one side. It has a couple shelves that there are some pies out on. And she's pushing, and she just is coming off of the steps of one of the houses and going back to her cart.
I'm gonna flag her down.
Mincemeat pies, get your mincemeat pies.
I actually, do you have dream pies?
One and the same, dear.
What's the meat in these pies?
Like, many different meats. Not veal, venison, the other V word. Venison, other woodland creatures.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm totally gonna buy these pies no matter what.
You would.
That's a 3 + 2.
Do I even need to roll?
No, I don't even.
Yeah, you believe her. She's spouting truths.
Okay.
Would there
and
be
you can see
a discount for the lady of the Burgermaster house? You know, Bull does like.
Jesus.
He looks like Ireena.
Ireena, I barely recognized you.
It's been a long time.
And this is a first pie for a friend?
Shit, I'm gonna actually buy 2 pies.
Yes, we're actually feeding. We had to bury our father, and so we're feeding everyone who helped us in the funeral.
This ends poorly.
No.
They're 1 gold apiece, but I'll give you 2 for 1 because, Ireena, your sorrow is felt, and your friend here is new.
Thank you so much, Miss Dreampie Woman.
What was your name?
Ireena, you know it's Morgantha.
Oh, Morgantha.
Yes, but, sorry, I'm stricken with grief. Morgantha.
It's quite okay. Here.
And she pulls off 2 dream pies. 4 dream. Are you getting 4 or 2?
I want 2 for myself.
Okay.
I'll take 2 as well. How well can these things travel? Are they wrapped up or?
They are. She does have some like out that are already pre-wrapped, but she grabs 4 that are unwrapped.
Oh no! Can I get
you
the
can
wrapped
definitely-
ones? We have
Oh, for lunch.
for later. Yes.
Yes.
And she grabs 4, and they are wrapped in like a waxy kind of parchment paper.
Skin.
They
It's
do
skin.
Questionable parchment paper. There is a piece of twine that has tied it all together.
Can I see her face?
Yeah, I mean she's an older woman. She's got some crow's feet, some wrinkles,
Does she match the
kind of stringy hair,
like the same type of women that were in the bar?
No, very drab colors.
Okay.
The women in the bar were the Vistani, and they were very
Vistani,
flamboyant colors, colors that really popped and kind of stood out. She's just wearing this like brown cloak that's been dragging in the mud. It's it's got like water seeping up halfway into it, very muddy on the bottom. Yeah, pretty plain Jane.
Okay. So for dream pies, I do come back.
Yes. Actually, one question. What is this is out of character. All right. I guess maybe I could just do a roll of some sort. But like, how big is this cart? And like, is there like something? Basically, I kind of want to see if maybe we could hide the real Ireena in it if I were to purchase or steal this cart from.
Steal the cart from the old lady.
It's not quite that big. It's a glorified wheelbarrow, so it's a little bit longer. It's got one side has some shelves that are built up, kind of as a display that is pointing out to the road. But no, I think it'd be tough to use as a disguise.
Okay. Well, actually, while we're at it, can I have 2 more pies? So 6 total.
Yes.
I'll pull out the 3 gold.
I'll be able to go home early today. Thank you, Ireena.
You should stay off the streets at night.
Can
They're quite deadly.
Can I help
Yes,
you
yes.
to your house with this cart?
No, I have a few more rounds to make, and then I will make it.
What if I bought 2 more pies? You just go home right now. What's your quota for the day?
I can't turn down a sale. My quota? 8 pies.
We'll buy 2 more pies.
2 more pies.
How much is that?
That would be 2 gold apiece. Or if you're Ireena, are you?
Oh wait, 2. I thought it was two pies for 1 gold. Or
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, okay.
You each bought 4.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Oh, I got confused. I thought you meant each pie was 2 gold.
No, per person. Sorry.
Yes. How much for the cart?
Oh, the cart is not for sale, dear.
Okay. Well,
Would not be able to peddle my wares.
fair. All right. Well, here's the 2 gold, and she'll just kind of like toss them.
Oh.
She tries to track and catch. Kind of shuffles a little bit and picks one up off the ground.
Sorry, it's the grief. I've forgotten how to be.
It's quite all right, dear. Enjoy the pies.
I'm gonna just hand her the 2 gold.
Thank you.
Like a nice
And
person.
she's got kind of like longer nails, and they kind of like scrape on your hand, and she picks them up in between her nails and puts them in her little apron pocket.
Meat pies. Get your meat pies.
Oh, I thought you were going home.
Well, I might as well sell on my way out. I may not have to come back tomorrow.
Fair,
Okay.
that makes sense.
Meat pies.
And she begins. Yeah, she begins, and she gets to the corner here, and she's going to turn down that main road that leads to the Burgermeister home. And I'd say at this time, everybody else that was up at the church has continued and finished their stroll, and are now meeting you at that main intersection. Yes, Mark, are we done messing around? Can we please get underway?
Well, I'm trying to help the people of Barovia. I'm sorry if that offends you, if you are the Burgermeister of this town. These are your people, aren't they?
Oh. I have not been used in that same sentence. My name and the Burgermeister. I assume that is the truth now.
Yeah, we're just supporting local businesses.
Well, I'm sure they will appreciate it. But again, my focus is on getting my sister to a place of safety, and that is not here.
Well,
So
yeah,
if we
we
can
walked
please
faster than you did. And
Underway. Well, let's walk faster out of town.
lead the way. I'm good.
All right, and he's gonna head down this road, kind of where Cass is, and head that way and start to head out of town.
Okay. Yeah, I follow.
Anything? Okay. Move to the Barovian map. This one's a big one. Takes a while to load. Bear with me. Cassis. I don't know why that one stuck on the tongue, but it sure did.
That is a turtle with the head of a dove, and I love it so much.
As we're walking, I guess, out of town, can Bull start to hand Ireena disguises to put on, like a wig, I guess some sort of coat to put over her cloak, to put over her armor?
Yeah, she's well armored, and she does have her cloak on, but she will definitely take some sort of facial accoutrements to help disguise herself.
Bull's like, if only we had some sort of eye patch, this would really set. He gives her a pirate hat. Really.
You just carry this wig in your pouch like that?
Yeah, it does.
Kind of
everybody.
I guess it kind of smells. And she'll look to the other party. Do you have wigs in your pouches? Is that how it's done outside of Barovia?
No, I don't have a wig. I do have this cloak.
I keep mine in a box, not in my pouch directly, but I have a wig.
Okay.
I apparently keep pigtails in my bag, but I don't know. It's complicated.
You have wigs and... I mean, that cloak looks rather questionable. Avi, is it?
We found it in the Durst house.
Yeah, I won't be wearing that one. I'm sorry. The wig, I think, will be enough. Haste is probably our greatest ally.
To be fair,
outside
this
of the
cloak
village.
casts haste on you when you wear it.
I don't believe you. That can't
That's
be
a
right.
lie. That's a lie.
Avi, why do you have that?
Have what? And I stuff it back into my pouch really quick. This pie?
No. Get rid of that.
Okay.
Okay. Does nothing.
I'm gonna wait and watch. Or rather, as we walk, I'm just gonna watch. Avi, this is not a game.
You should probably do as she says.
This may come in useful. If there are other people that find this to be of upper class, it may be our foot in the door.
Avi, have you been drinking?
I have not. Maybe that's the problem. I need something to drink.
Look, do what you want with it, but don't offer it to people. Ugh. I'm just gonna walk up a little further.
I'm gonna kind of I don't know the culture around here. I'm trying to fit in.
Questionable capes will not help.
Oh, I mean, you guys keep vampires in the basement and dead bodies in the middle of the floor. I didn't think this was that out of the ordinary, to be fair.
I can't speak for Father Donovich, but he was a distraught parent, and he did what he felt he had to do. But anyways, that is old news. I would like to make our way. And Ismark will come in. Yes, we need to get moving. At this point it's around noonish. We have already burnt too much time, and it is more than a day to get to Vallaki.
You're right.
So I'm afraid we will have to either travel by night or camp as it is anyways, so...
Go ahead and lead the way then. We'll go as far as we can.
Yes. Okay. And he begins to... You are moving out of town as this conversation is happening, and you are heading along this road that you can see on the main map. Each square is about a quarter mile, so it's like half hour-ish.
Is it loaded up for anybody else? Because I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it's to the far right.
You have to move to like bottom.
Oh,
right.
it's okay. All right. Sorry. All I saw was nothing but this big black void, and I.
Yeah, it starts in the upper left
We're
corner.
good.
The map is too big.
Yeah, I did reveal that castle that you saw from the base of the church that was up high on the hill, about 1,000 feet ish up in the air, sitting up on the hill. This is stately manor that is all the way up there. So you're traveling. Anything roleplay wise that we want to cover while we're moving towards this bridge?
Hey, Tack. I would be a little remiss if I didn't ask. So you said you killed Willem, but if you embody Willem, how did he die and you didn't?
Willem was left for dead.
I see. Hey, that's a good way to fake a death. I got another question. So when you change bodies, like it's a physical thing. It's not like an illusion. Do you have like different tastes? Like does food and drink taste different, or?
Not particularly. It's all pretty much the same.
Okay. All right.
I don't generally pick up like preferences that I wouldn't have already had. You know, I still prefer wine to ale, and doesn't really matter which body I'm in.
Nice. All right, and I just have one last question. So you spoke of a contract with the Duchess. What did y'all have going on? If you can speak about it, because I mean, at this point, we may not make it back to shit. I don't even remember the town.
So, Willem's death is directly the Duchess's fault. And let's just put it into that at this point we're both in a position to expose one another.
Huh. You lead a complicated life, mister.
Maybe your life is just simple.
Hey, that's alright with me. He'll pull out his lyre and start playing that.
That is... Where did you learn to play that? That's Ireena speaking.
Yeah, sorry. Well, I used to travel with a bunch of performers, so you kind of pick up a bunch of skills, learning from those who've come before us.
You're quite talented. It's one of my regrets never learning an instrument.
Ah, well, he'll pull out the horn and give it to Ireena. It's like, oh, you can start here. I'll give you a couple lessons. Just, I mean, there's only a couple little thingies to press there.
This is less, this wasn't so much what I had in mind. It's kind of... And she'll put it up and give it a toot. I mean, kind of, the sounds are a little rough. I like the sound of your lyre there.
Oh, well, hold on. Just give it another try. Maybe it'll sound a little better. And when she goes to do it again, he'll, like, prestidigitation some notes.
Yeah, she kind of she covers up a few of the holes and gives it maybe a little more effort this time. She wasn't really into it the first time, but this time, yeah, she a little more force behind it. Yeah, and she does it, and it sounds a little bit better. Help with the prestidigitation.
I see. You're a natural, but I mean, if you want to test out this guy, and I'll give her the lyre and take the horn back.
Oh, this has so many parts and strings, and I don't know where to begin.
Well, you know, if we're gonna be on the road for a while, I can give you some pointers here and there.
I think I would like that. And she'll hand it back to you, and the horn as well.
Okay. Put him back in his pack.
Anybody else want to? Otherwise, we'll keep moving.
Yeah, Cass is kind of keeping his wits about him.
Okay.
That's about it at the minute. He's kind of, yeah, he's feeling good. You got to kill an undead. You got to slap someone around the face. He's pretty good.
I'm watching Tack the entire time.
I imagine, I mean, Tack, correct me if I'm wrong, but I imagine you're watching Ireena most of the time and trying to pick up any more mannerisms and solidify.
Yeah, I pretty much move in lockstep with Ireena.
Okay. So, Avi, do what you will with that.
No, yeah, I'm just watching.
Oh, you're just watching? Okay.
Not in like a menacing way, but in like a maybe I'm trying to learn and study way.
Okay. And as you guys are moving and having these, conversations and music lessons and picking up the mannerisms of each other, you approach this stone bridge, arching stone bridge that spans across this river. This river itself is about 50 feet apart. It's rather large. It looks like it could be fairly deep in places, but for the first time, you're getting a splash of nature in its truest grandeur. Like this blue is the bluest wintry sky that you can imagine. It's got that color that is both white and blue just as it's rushing through, and it is flowing from left to right on the screen there. And it's just there's mist being built up as it splashes into a rock and spurts up some water, and it's kind of refreshing after being in the muddy town of Barovia and the trail up to that point. It's really just something kind of almost breathtaking, and the first breathtaking thing I think you've seen in your first 2 days here. And Ismark, this is the Iblis River. It practically flows from east to west. It's nice, right?
I dive in.
From the bridge?
Yep.
Or do you go on the banks?
Well, I'm not going to jump off the bridge depending on the height, but if it's deep enough to take me, then yeah. If otherwise, I'm going to go down the bank.
The bridge isn't like super tall, so you definitely could. It would be more of a question of the depth of the water. So I think you would, being a rational person that you are, you would walk down and you would just slip right in, and that was unexpected. Anybody else?
Oh, Bull's running in after.
I'm good up here.
How deep are we talking?
It's like shoulder deep, mostly, but then there's parts in the very middle where it gets down to like you could dunk your head. It's deeper than you are tall.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a moment to duck my head underneath and just kind of sit there for a bit.
Yeah, and you see as you're down there, you see it does kind of bend up around the corner of this grove of trees here. That is there on the other side of the bridge. This is probably the most refreshing thing in Barovia. Enjoy it while you can.
Y'all, this water is pretty great. I think we should maybe take a 15, maybe take a bath. We've been here for a few days. Just gonna throw that out there.
Oh,
Ireena, you're in like full armor. You might want to slip that.
I bathed yesterday.
That's fair.
But do you know how long it would take to get this armor? We do not have the time.
Well, all right. I guess I just got this leather armor, so he's just swimming around. I'll probably try to like swim over to Cass and play with him a little bit.
Cass, do you have a swim speed?
I do, because
Okay.
water genasi. All right.
I was going to say that would be a huge travesty if it. Bull, you're having a hard time keeping up with Cass if Cass is being rather agile in this water, and he's probably swimming some circles around you.
Yeah, I'm taking a moment to kind of just let a little bit of relaxation in, and then if Bull's coming over, I'm like, nope, okay, not right now.
Like, hey, you slippery little sucker, get over here! Like, just trying to trace him around.
Ismark's gonna go up to Myrna, and he's gonna say, "Please tell me that I'm making the right choice in hiring you or asking you this favor. There have been some questionable tactics up to this point."
I'm gonna look him straight in the face. I will be straight with you. I can vouch for myself. I can vouch for that one, and I'm gonna point at Tack. And I can vouch for that one right there, and I'm going to point at Cass. The other two, I promise to keep alive. They can hold their own so far, but as far as let's just say that 3 out of 5 is good enough. Yes.
Oh, that's more than 50%, and if you add me to the mix. That's 4 out of 6. And unfortunately, I don't like those odds. As
Look, they can hold their own in a fight. Will they be the best out of the group of us? No. But the two of them can also hold themselves, so I would not worry too much. And if they happen to die in any situations, and it frees me from, how do you say, obligations. So. But you must have more faith.
well,
You hired us to do a job. We will not disappoint.
at the end of whatever our time is together, I will ask that same question to you and see if you still have faith. Because it is in short supply and very hard to come by.
If we do not have faith, then what else do we have? Faith has gotten me out of a lot of tough situations. I cannot abandon it now, and I will not abandon it.
Okay, I mean, I feel like I can trust you, and I will. We might make it. I hope. Do we can continue on this road. We can follow the river if we'd like. It does with the road again. Might
Which
be
is
kind
going
of nice.
to cause less of a difficulty. But will be less strategically dangerous.
This is just a short reprieve from the road. I don't think we can take this path all the way, but it might be good for some of that, finding some of that faith. If we, get away from the road and stick to the river here.
Well, you know these lands better than we do. And to be honest, you also have the most stake in making shells this goes through. So I like those odds.
All right, then
You think getting off the road will be better, we will do that.
I think it might for a little bit, yeah. And he's going to break from you and start walking down that same path that Cass and Bull took to get into the water. Well, if playtime, he's going to kind of like stand up taller a little bit. If playtime's over, can we get moving?
Playtime. Cass is gonna kind of pop his head up. It's been a long time since I've had some comforts of home. I'm gonna help you out. 10 minutes in a stream is a small price to ask.
I think I'm doing the group a favor. We will continue on this path of the stream, and then we will reconvene with the road later.
Whatever you wish. We're in your employ.
If it works for you, you can stay in the stream. If not, you can walk on the banks. But we will get back to the road here in a bit.
Are you sure the stream is the best option here? Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, gets us off the road for a little bit. It might be. I mean, everything is a calculated risk out here, and
Can I insight check that?
yeah.
That is an 18.
What are you looking for? Like, is he being honest?
Yeah, Bull's getting the feeling that we're being led into a little bit of a trap here. My sense is going off.
So with an 18, you can pick up that it's almost he's putting on a persona as he came down to the banks and he was ordering people around. That's not his normal tone. He's trying to embody this newfound leadership role. He is being truthful in everything that he has said up to this point, as far as calculated risks. It might be good to be off the road for a little bit. I mean, you're not picking up any false leads there.
But he is acting a little different than the what the fuck's his name? Ekstrom? He's been acting a little differently than
Ismark is his name.
Yes.
And then Ireena is his sister.
No, I got Ireena down. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, when he was in the village, he was very like kind of subservient, like, please help me, help me, help me. Now we're out and he's kind of walking a little bit taller, trying to take on that leadership role.
Okay. We'll look around to his companions. Like, does he seem a little different to y'all? Because he seems a bit more... He's got a little more gumption going on than he did back in town. There's something going on here. It just ain't adding up, as far as I'm concerned. What do we...
Well, Avi did call him the Burgomaster. Perhaps he is now trying to just be more responsible and take on his duties. Leadership does strange things to people. Not a shrug. Do that teeth-bearing smile like...
I mean, but you're the leader here. This guy is not the leader.
No. I am the leader of you, and I'm going to just, like, scoop my hand around all four of y'all.
All right, well, I guess I got no problem going upstream. Anybody else?
I never left.
So Ismark does start pushing upstream. The banks are wide right here. They're clear. The river isn't so rough. You can walk upstream and keep pace. But you get to about So this pink square does represent all of you, by the way. If we didn't know right now, but we get to this bend where the river and the road start to meet. And it's like this might be where we get back on the road. I mean, it is not might be, it is where we need to get back on the road. And as you can see up the river, going in between those two pockets of trees, it does get rather choppy, and then the banks do almost disappear.
What's further up?
What is further? There's a crossroads coming up that they both ultimately lead to the same place, but I don't know if we really have a need to go see the Vistani camp. And that I think there's a crazy fortune teller, Madame Eva or something. So we might want to stick to the left.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Madame Eva?
Yeah, I think that's her name. I'm not quite sure. I've heard rumors of her being able to...
I'm going to look at the rest of the group.
Read your fortunes. Or...
Told to go talk to Madame Eva?
It's definitely a name we've heard before, yeah. You're right.
How far away are we from where we're supposed to be going?
To Vallaki?
Yeah.
Vallaki, that's a whole day's travel.
And we're like 2 hours in?
Yeah, you're probably like 2 hours in. 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, Myrna, we've heard that name for sure. I imagine we're not like, as I'm saying this, I'm kind of away from Bismarcky up there. And I'll just say to Myrna, I don't think he's going to take too... I'm pulling my bull voice. I don't think he's going to take too kindly.
I'll say.
too kindly to another pit stop. But I think we need to.
I was more considering that perhaps we find out if it is a stable location or if she travels around. Because if it is stable, we would stop here on the way back.
That's why you're smarter than me.
Just gonna pat you on the shoulder.
Aren't you cute?
Just keep walking.
On the head, like, oh.
Oh no, not the head, the shoulder. Because you're fire genasi, don't you have like fire on your head?
Yeah.
Yeah, so on your shoulder. Right. Isma, does she stay in the same location all the time?
I think they have wagons and they kind of move around a little bit.
But generally the same area?
Yeah, they're known to like hold up there. I've never been there, and this is all rumors coming in.
Good to know.
But I mean, like I said, they all left or right. It's gonna take us to the next river crossing. I just don't know if we want to encounter any Vistani.
Well, I mean, they work for Strahd, right? We don't want to...
Yeah, that would be my concern. It does... The only advantage to going that way is it's going to shave an hour or two off of our journey. It is rather shorter.
Would be an unnecessary risk, though, right? Realistically.
Well, if we can keep Ireena shrouded enough, and you haven't made enemies of any Vistani since being here, have you?
I'm just gonna look at Bull.
Probably not.
Well, then it could be a quick walk in the park. I mean, again, calculated risks no matter where we go.
I'm not sure what the rest of the party's thinking, but I feel like perhaps getting into a fight with a bunch of these Vistani things is probably not going to be the best idea.
I think we'd be better off without the distraction. Even if it's not a fight.
I would agree with you there. I'd rather take the extra hour or two.
So
keep everybody out of harm's way.
Yeah, out of character. Who told us? Madam
Stanimir in Daggerford. That was his coaxing you to go along, as Madam Eva wanted to talk to you.
So but we know now that Stanimir was a Vistani, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, after seeing the Vistani women in the bar and hearing some of the tales about them, it's all kind of lining up. Yeah.
I am good not going.
I mean, at some point it's worth going. I just think perhaps going without our companions.
Is it
Envoy,
worth going, though? Like, I mean, the Vistani trapped us here. Unless we're going for vengeance, I don't see a reason why we go over there. Unless, I guess, in the off chance they can get us out of here.
Perhaps we find out afterwards.
Well, I will give... The Vistani are the only ones that can come and go through Strahd's realm. They can leave, and it sounds like that's what happened. They came, and if someone was calling you specifically, it might lead to reasons why you are here. Again, a calculated risk, but if... I know why you are here, and that is to help me get my sister to Vallaki, but do you know why you are here? That might be in the hands of Madam Eva. I don't know.
The people who lock the cage usually have the key.
100% of the time.
One task at a time, though.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Get these guys out of harm's way, then we pull back and deal with this Ava.
then I guess we can make that decision when we get to the crossroads, I guess. But it is good to think about it before then. And he's gonna continue on.
Onwards we go.
Okay. Another half hour, 45 minutes come up, and you get closer to that crossroads, and you can see where they where it starts to split off. Stop. See you at the crossroads. As you approach this, you see a wooden platform that is just on the other side of the T itself. And as you're getting closer and moving away from the river, the chill of the wind starts to pick up, and it's blowing down from the high ground on the west. And there is a wooden structure that goes up above this platform, and there are some frayed pieces of rope that are dangling from there that are moving in the wind. You see a signpost opposite of this platform that points in 3 directions. One is pointing back from the way you came. That says Barovia Village. To the east, that would be to the right. It says Tser Pool, Tser Pool, to the northwest, and Ravenloft / Vallaki to the southwest. So if you go left, it would be Ravenloft, Vallaki. If you go right, that's to the Tser Pool, and what would be the Vistani. The northwest fork slants down, so if you were to go back towards the river to the right, it does a deep dive and kind of loses elevation rather quickly. And then the other one starts to climb up. Across from this platform, right over here, you do see an open kind of pasture with a crumbling rock wall that encloses a small plot of graves, and it is very shrouded in fog, and you just see the top of those gravestones sticking up.
Inviting as ever.
Well, this is the crossroads.
Are we all still agreed on the decision?
On to Vallaki.
I'm gonna repeat one task at a time.
Agreed.
And then look at Tack like.
Are you doing the thing that kids do where it's like, did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do
Are you
it?
proud of me, Dad? Are you proud of me?
As you get closer to this platform, you do see a lifeless mound that is very humanoid in shape that is not sitting, but laying on top of it.
Why is everyone dead in this town? Bull would like to write on the sign that points to the Vistani. Are there 3 different signs?
One is pointing back to the way you came, and it says Barovia Village. One is pointing to the right as you're facing this T, this fork, and that's saying Tser Pool, and then the other one is saying Vallaki Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah, Bull will write on the one that says Barovia, utilizing the B, and we'll write Bull Avard.
Okay. Bull
Why
Avard
does it have to be
Village.
your full name? Like, seriously.
It's not like they're gonna look him up in a phone book.
They might.
And as you're doing that, you see that lifeless humanoid that is resting upon this platform. It's the cloak that it is shrouded in starts to begin flapping in the wind. It's almost looking like its arm is moving up, or it is moving, but after a second look, it just kind of flapping from the wind.
Yeah, so I think we got another body. I don't know if we want to investigate or just keep moving. Like y'all
Not
said,
our business.
One task at a time. Yeah.
It's not our business.
Yeah, I agree.
As curious as I am, I would agree.
How
Which
far
way are
away
we
is
going?
it? How far away is that?
The platform?
Yeah.
It's just on. It's like so the road tees. It's just on the other side of the road. So you guys are fairly close to it, I would imagine.
Well, we agreed to avoid any more distractions, did we not?
Listen, if you're looking for
think that is
gold,
the
Avi, I'll give you like 2 gold. What's this guy gonna have?
I'm with you. One task at a time.
You need another another robe, some more leather, perhaps.
One task at a time, Bull.
Yep. That's a new mantra. One task at a time.
To be fair, I wasn't even talking to the two of you, but I love that interaction. Why is it that every time Myrna talks, I'm being scolded?
Because Myrna has mom voice,
Oh.
acting like kids.
So as you are, dare I say, bickering about which way to go or how many tasks we can tackle at once, Cass, in cutting into your mind like the wind is blowing across the road and the field and the gravestones and kind of pushing that fog in and out and making that cloak of this humanoid figure flap up and down. You hear in your mind one word, and it comes in and it says feel. And only you can hear it.
I immediately take a look around.
You've heard this voice before.
That's what Cass is concerned about. Yeah, I immediately take a look around. I assume nothing particular.
So as you're kind of scanning, you hear it again, and you see the face of this humanoid, which was once shadowed by this cloak. The wind kind of blows it back just a little bit, and your face appears on this humanoid body. For like, as the word "feel" comes into your ears, it like the face just starts to appear from left to right and vanishes just as quick. Feel, and goes away, and the wind dies down on this body.
My eyes immediately dart between the party. I just go, all right. Who thinks now is a good time to start playing tricks?
What are you talking about?
Am I the only one seeing and hearing this?
I mean,
Seeing and hearing what?
Bull was just trying to check out this dead body, and we were saying, let's keep going. That's all I heard.
Fine, forget it. I'm gonna walk 3 steps forward towards the body. Just take a look again, see if anything happens again.
As you get that third step, plants your heel toe plant. Take what is yours. You hear that come into your voice, into your head.
I again take another look around. I assume the rest of my party is still doing what they were doing beforehand. Take a look around. Just kind of trying to rationalize it, basically. And then take another few steps forward.
Okay. And at this point, your first 3 steps, you're still kind of within a comfortable range from everybody else. But now those 2 more steps, you're starting to get to a distance that is breaking away from the party. And I'll let everybody else observe that how they will. But as you take that second step, heel toe plant, the face fades over again, and you can see now more clearly that it is your face, exactly as it sits today. Pigtails and all. And as it is fading over it, its mouth mouths the words, feel. But no sound comes out of its mouth, but you can hear.
What? What are you asking of me? What is all this? I take another 2 steps forward.
And at this point, I'm gonna say, and correct me if you want, you're kind of up to the edge of this platform.
Yeah.
And it comes about belly high, like waist height. And you're looking down at this body. And the wind starts to brush over it left and right, pushing the cloak back and forth, kind of pushing into your face. And every time it does, you get this word, the word feel, comes into your face and then pushes away. And you feel your hands start to go up and reach for the arm of this humanoid that as the wind blows the cloak off, you can see its wrist. And it's got the same skin tone makeup as you. And it's got the same shape of hand, same nails, same everything. And there's some inner urge to touch the hand.
I'd say there's a hesitation because Cass has dealt with kind of unnatural things before, but I feel like he's also so freaked out right now that he's going to go ahead, take a deep breath, and just...
And touch and grab?
Yeah.
Okay. As inhale, exhale, and almost as you're inhaling and exhaling, that wind is now matching you and pushing. You reach your hand out, you grab this hand, and you feel a force of power that you have never felt before. And your hand that power surges out of your hand and covers this body in ice. And it is now this huge block of ice. And it is more powerful than you've ever had before. Like, it was one thing to turn a little bit of water and control it floating, this floating ice barge. This is new. This is destructive ice power that is coming out of you. And as it does that, you hear in your head again, this is what I have to offer you. This power. Feel this power and use this power. And your hand is almost like frosted to it now. There's this connection between you and this body, this like getting your hand stuck on a metal pole in the wintertime. It's kind of stuck there for a second.
Cass is gonna... I'm gonna attempt to break away, and as I do so, I kind of stagger backwards and kind of like fall back onto myself, just kind of on the ground, just stunned for a sec.
Okay.
I kind of look down towards my hand, both of them, just to see the difference. Take another breath, and just kind of mutter to myself, I really hope this other person has some answers. I really hope. And just kind of sink into myself for a second.
Okay. And as almost as fast as that power froze this body, once you remove your hand and start thinking these things to yourself and kind of contemplating like what is exactly happening, that body starts to thaw out. And as it's thawing out, it starts to disappear, the whole body itself, leaving behind just this muddied cloak that has been weathered through time and torn apart by the wind, is now just this flat piece of cloth that is sitting on this platform.
I don't know who you are, but we seriously need to talk. We'll go ahead and take another breath. Stand and turn towards my party, who have probably just seen a very weird event happen.
So, as that was going on, Cass is a good, 5-10 feet away from what would be the circle of the party, kind of conversing about where to go, what to do. What's going on with everybody else?
I'm just gonna say, I'm glad I didn't touch it.
I'd say there was some unnatural noises that happened as the frost shot out of your hand and then crackled among this body, and it might have caught a few people off guard. Nothing too shocking, but it was, and then it faded away after that as it started to thaw and melt.
Well, shall we get going?
I'll, slowly but surely kind of rejoin the party, but at an angle. As in, continuing it up the road.
Okay.
Any concerns for the class? Any comments?
Nope.
Kind of turns.
Looks like typical magic stuff to me, I think.
Yes, but one generally does not go over to a dead body and freeze it, and then walk away.
I don't feel safe here, especially not talking about it. So, let's move on. Get to somewhere safer.
Yeah, I'm at a loss for words.
I'm kind of still checking over my hand as I'm at least moving forwards down the path.
Okay. And you guys are going left, right?
Whichever way is not Madame Eva, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be left.
Yeah.
So this path going left is very it's more of an arduous path. It's up, and you're kind of gaining elevation, where the other one was moving down lower towards the riverbank. This one is going to climb rather quickly. So it is quite the steps to get up there. You move on, you trudge along. I'm going to kind of hit that fast forward button a little bit, if everybody's okay with that. If we have things we want to role play out, please feel free. But otherwise, we're going to kind of fast travel a little bit. So you get up on top of this hill, and now you are up on this kind of crest, wooded area up there as well. You can get a peek at some of the spires of that castle that you can see along the way across the river. You can see some faint smoke coming out of the village of Barovia. Fireplace smoke. It's not on fire, but you can see fireplace smoke coming up, and you continue, and you get to around the bend, and you get to another bridge that is crossing back over the Ivlis River. You follow this dirt road, and it clings to the side of the mountains and ends before another arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. So while the other bridge was very close to the water, this one is up higher now, and to the left, you see a waterfall. But on this bridge, there are gargoyles cloaked in black moss perched on the corners of the bridge, the four corners. Their frowns are very weather-worn. Some, maybe some ears have been kind of fallen off in time. Some wings are chipped, but they're sitting there perched and looking down at the bridge itself. On the mountainous side of the bridge, to the left, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. So it continues to kind of climb up. The pool feeds the river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley. So this is feeding the river that you did cross over and briefly took a swim in, some of you. You are here at this bridge crossing.
Don't fear the river.
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
You guys are the worst.
But you love us. That's the worst part.
That is true. So I think at this moment this is a good place to stop for tonight. We're at kind of a good place to stop. That's when you stop, right? So we're gonna call that for tonight. Some big stuff came out for some people. It was kind of fun to role play through. Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. I'm gonna say you're about halfway almost. So the sun is getting ready to set, and it is starting to get a little darker, a little more dim in Barovia here. But you're getting ready to cross over the River Idlis and make your way to Vallaki. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight. Anybody in chat, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for sharing this night with us. As always, players, anybody at this table, thank you for playing this game with me. I look forward to every other Sunday so much. This game is it's getting crazy. Again, we got a donation link down below. I'll plug that one more time. If you can, and you are obliged, donate to Direct Relief. They're getting money into the hands of first responders, not money into their hands, but getting them equipment. And they are raising money to pay for that equipment to help us out. So if you can, and you are much obliged, check out that donation link. We're going to have our charity stream edited and up on YouTube here pretty soon. So if you missed out on those fun shenanigans, that'll be up. It's a highlight of my role-playing career, I guess. That was a fun night. We will be back in 2 weeks. We got a whole lineup for you all week long. Just check us out here at FeatherFall Tabletop. Twitter's always up to date. Discord down below. Get you in some of these games with us. And helping us build this awesome community that's down there. Appreciate you all.